That's why the Cowboys aren't good, because Jerry's playing fantasy football. He's not actually building defenses and no lines and things anymore.
They looked so good though the other night.
Did they?
Yeah, so good.
I love when all of us decide that the owner of the team that's been around it and has been involved, we're way smarter than you,
that's
Jerry.
gone.
You're an idiot.
10 times up in value and is still one of the most.
Oh, he's very good at making money. No one's going to debate that. But I mean, if you want to recount
how many teams,
wins,
then smart ass, how many other teams have won the Super Bowl in the last 20 years?
He's at 0. He's tied with a lot of teams.
Not true.
So
in the last 15 years?
Well, I would say since he took over ownership.
Oh, yeah. He had some success in the early, mid-90s there? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he's the only owner in pro sport that I know is the GM, and that's just really unusual. And
is his team that worse off because of it? And I'm not on Jerry's side, and I don't like the
wins,
Cowboys.
Losses.
But if you look at like
appearances.
the Bill, how the Bills done in the last 30?
Quite a bit better than the Cowboys.
No, they haven't.
Well, okay, 30, but I mean,
why are you saying that? Right now they are. Like, what are you talking?
The last decade they've been worlds better. Yeah.
And because
the owner's not pretending to be a GM. So you don't think, just to be clear, that the owner of a pro sports team in his 70s being the GM is a weird look? Like, that isn't unique to you?
Who cares if it's a weird look? The guy's been around the game forever. It's not a complete clown. Like, yes, it comes across as clown because he's the owner and you should air, and he says weird shit. But you're making it seem like Jerry Jones on his own has dismantled a juggernaut franchise that should be guaranteed to win every year. It's not the case. It's a pretty good league, and there are other teams trying to win. Is he perfect? No. But how many other GMs have been asshats themselves? Like, hiring someone doesn't make the Cowboys necessarily better.
No, I think you've got a really good chance of being better if you have a real GM that does that stuff.
Why? Because there's all kinds of GMs that haven't won. Shit, and are terrible.
But not a lot of them started with the Prescott, Lamb, and all that stuff. I don't know. Like, it's just
but they had to get Prescott and Lamb and do all these things. So is he an asshole because he got them?
He's an asshole. I think he's a great owner, but I think owners have huge demands on them, and I don't think you can be a good GM with all the demands you already have as an owner.
Well, how much worse is he doing than other GMs? Average it out.
Yeah, I think.
Do they make the playoffs?
Not often.
Okay. Do the Cleveland Browns?
No.
Pittsburgh makes it.
I'm not saying they're the worst team in the NFL. I'm saying Jerry's holding them back from being successful because an owner can't be a good GM in my mind, and I might be wrong. I just haven't seen it in the last half.
Well, nobody does it, but you're making
why it's odd.
Well,
that doesn't mean he doesn't have good people around him, but it's a really weird look when no one else in pro sports does it. Like, I'm trying to think of one team,
other people,
any of the pro sports, and I can't think of
that's
one other
their
instance.
Choice.
He can do what he wants. It's clear. He's the owner. He can do what he wants.
Again, I would say, well, if they're last place and everyone's making fun of them, okay, well, it's good. And you can pick on any GM that makes a move, and they lose in that deal.
Yeah, and if Jerry hires GMs and they're not good, he can replace them. The problem with Jerry, if he's not a good GM, he still stays GM.
The thing about it is, though, and I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think maybe that Jerry has a little bit more, probably knows a little bit more about the game than
you're not that invested in the game like he is, and not learn anything.
Yeah, like, I don't think he treats it like I'm going to go in today and make some trades. Like, I think he loves football. He loves the NFL. He's very invested. Are there people that would be better at it? I don't think there's any doubt. The other side of it, I think, is you can't be a meddling owner when you're driving the bus. Like, I wonder how many other teams would have a similar record where the GM, you got to pass everything through the owner anyway. And then if the owner's giving green lights or saying, no, I don't want to, no, it doesn't seem like a good deal. It's almost the same in a lot of ways.
Yeah, the only difference is that I think constraints on an owner are extremely high. You're running a business worth probably $10 to $15 billion. There's lots going on. I don't believe he can do the job to the level that you would want for a $10 billion asset. There's no reason the Cowboys shouldn't have the best GM in football. They got all the resources.
And what does that, even if you do, what's that get you? Guaranteed?
More wins in theory.
How different would the roster be?
In theory, how are you better than Kansas City over the last 5? If Jerry's not,
well, I'm not saying they're a Jerry would be Kansas City. What I'm saying is that I don't believe that they are going to be elite ever with the owner being the GM. And I think that that's an important distinction that the rest of pro sports has figured out. Now, maybe I'll be wrong, but I think they've had a lot of weird interactions.
I just think it's easy
player
to
personnel moves and drafting Ezekiel Elliott really high. Like that's a really analytically
Jack, can you look up
poor
the
move.
Cowboys and how often they've made the playoffs in the last 15 years? And it's more curiosity, and we like to argue, and it's something to talk about. But to just say that Jerry Jones is the issue for the Cow, okay, that's easy. But we have to go down to the other teams that have done what the Cowboys have done and less.
Yeah,
and
no,
less.
they're not the worst.
And they
team
have
in the league.
GMs.
They're not the worst.
So
team in the league. There's other really shitty owners. You go to Cleveland and Cincinnati and things. I'm not saying that everyone's perfect and the Cowboys are bad. What I'm saying is, if you go look at the preseason expectations for this club over the last 15 years, they've almost never met them. And
so who has? And who cares? Like it's
well, I think the owner would care.
No, but I'm saying
win?
so.
That
So
would be the whole
you
point
sit
of
in
the
a
game.
room and say, "I think they should get 12 wins this year," and they get 10. Well, they didn't live up to
Well, not
expectations.
me. I like the
'cause-
sports books. They just hit the under every year.
I don't know.
They
I
underperform, and I'm not surprised.
6 times in the last 15 years.
That's pretty bad for the wealthiest team in the league.
What about the Bengals and Browns?
Bad
and
owner,
Dolphins
bad owner,
and
Bad
so-
owner.
Well,
Yeah.
okay. So
I'm not saying they're the worst in the league. Don't twist my argument. I'm not saying they're the worst team in the
no,
league.
but you're just
I'm saying they
you're
will not
soft-footing it
have
around.
elite general managing, and that's going to keep you from
They've been
winning.
in the top third of the league every year.
Yeah, and they how many one playoff win in the last 15 years?
2.
Yeah, that's pretty
yes, but
shitty.
how many other teams, Ryan? You're again, you can just say you're right, and you kind of are, but
No, my
you're
pos-
saying that because Jerry's running things,
that's going to
they're terrible.
That's my take. I don't say they're terrible. I'm saying it's limiting their ability to be an elite team.
they won't win.
and they've won way more playoff games than half the league.
Not in the last 15 years. No, they'd be
Oof.
below average.
I would.
2 playoff wins. In
Well, I
15
think
years?
I think the thing is they get there and then they do
flame
shit
out.
themselves.
Okay, but still,
yeah.
2 in 15. How many other teams have?
probably half the league.
Anyway,
Smarten up, Jerry.
Jerry's got the boys rolling.
He's got
They're
the boys
1-2-1.
rolling.
There's
He's
nothing to
got
see
a tie.
here.
I love
got a big
ties.
tie in the
Love
weekend.
ties. Ties are good.
Traded that Pro Bowler and tied him. He showed him.
Gave up 40, still got a tie. They know how to put up points, boy. Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.